study have shown that in most hospitals these days, they have nothing less than 100 cases of infertility issues. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For my new subscribers, I see you all and I want to say a big thank you for subscribing to this channel. If this is your first time also, please don't forget to subscribe and put on your notification bell. That is the bell beside the subscribe button once you subscribe, so you get notified whenever I post new videos. Now let's talk about the few common causes why women hardly get pregnant these days. Well, it's not all couples or all women that are not pregnant that is struggling to get pregnant. No, you should know that some are just couples' decision. They don't want to have kids immediately after marriage. They tend to wait. Yeah, I've seen one or two cases where couples will say we're not ready yet, we just got married, we need to enjoy ourselves before the kids start coming in. Yes, it's normal. You ought to enjoy your marriage first. So many things can make them have the decision. One, they want to enjoy their marriage. Two, probably maybe they're living in a small apartment and want to move to a big apartment first before they start having kids. It might be maybe the woman is working, so she wants to work for 1 year. She wants to work for an extra 1 year or 2 years before she start having kids, so she can resign and take care of the kids, or business or whatever. That is their personal decision. Another thing is maybe visa. Some will say, I know someone that said she was not going to get pregnant if she either gets an America or a Canada visa, so when she's pregnant she can go and have her kids abroad. So different couple, different reasons. So that is number one. Number two is medical condition. Is 99% the problem of infertility. There are a lot of medical factors that can hinder pregnancy. One, ovulation irregularities. According to the word, ovulation irregularity is when you don't ovulate every month like you ought to. So it's an hindrance because fertility takes place during ovulation. So when you don't ovulate all the time or every month as usual or as normal, it ought to hinder your pregnancy. It affects fertility. Number two is structural problems in reproductive system, like your full reproductive organ. When you have some structural problem, blocked fallopian tube, there are just lots of structural issues, structural problems that affect the reproductive system. Then we have the low sperm count for men. So the number four and the most popular one is the Pcos, polycystic ovarian syndrome. The truth is, most of the causes of infertility problems are silent, especially in men. In men, the most common and the most known fertility issues is low sperm count. That is the most common one for men, but there are still a lot of other issues for them that they have to get tested, they have to know. At times, most hospitals don't detect it. You have to go to a good hospital to detect most of those silent ones. Another thing that can hinder fertility is age, the age factor. Then I think another one is compatibility. Not every man and every woman are compatible medically to be able to conceive. That's why you see some couple that have been married for years, maybe they've stayed 5-6 years and they've been trying to conceive and all that. They've gone to the hospital and all, doctor tell them they are okay, there's nothing wrong with you, you're fine. They are not compatible. I know a couple that have been married for 6 years, no issue, but they separated. Then the woman went her own way, the man too went his own way. I think after like 1-2 years the man remarried. Not long after his marriage, the woman he got married to had a baby for him. You get? So at that time, people were saying it was the wife he was with, she was barren and other stuff, she cannot conceive. And then God did it, she got married and she gave birth. You get me? So meaning those two couples, they were not compatible together. Medically, they were not compatible. They just needed to go out and find someone they are actually compatible with medically. The one I am more concerned of today that I really want to talk about is the PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's very common. So I want to give you guys my story. When I was still very little, when I was growing up, I was kind of late in everything. When I mean late, like I started seeing my menses when I was like 16 to 17 years old. I was in SS3, senior secondary school 3, then preparing for my WAEC before I started seeing my menses. Even growing boobs, I think I started growing boobs when I was like 15 to 16, around almost the same time I started seeing my menses. Whereas I had friends and cousins that already started seeing theirs years before I started seeing mine. So then when they talk about like their menses, when they talk about their period, when they talk about their boobs and all that, I will just be mute, like I don't know what to say. So I'll just sit down and listen to them while they were saying, and then inside me I was kind of worried. I was shy to talk about it. I felt bad about it. All my mates were seeing their period, but I wasn't. All my mates were growing breasts, but I wasn't. So I would feel bad. I would get worried about it. At times I would even cry about it. I didn't know what my problem was. And then I wasn't so close because of distance. I wasn't really so close to my mom. Not like maybe we were not close, we were close, but I wasn't so free discussing such thing with her. And then I remember then that always will come to our school. I know always came to our school like 2 to 3 times, and they'll share pad and all that. So I had my pad for years, kept in the house, hoping that one day I was going to see my menses. Then I think another thing that kept me warm, that comforted me was when I think during biology, then we did biology, during one of the biology class, whether puberty or reproduction kind of, that they said that's one out of 10 always had late puberty. You get, like late growing hairs under the armpits, it comes late for some people. Seeing your menses comes late for some people. So that was what I just felt was my case. So after then, I think when I started seeing it, when I started seeing my period when I was 16 going on 17, I was happy. Like the first time I saw it, I was so happy. Like, are you serious? So it finally came. So when I started seeing my menses, I saw the first month, I was happy, I was excited. It came normal, 5 days, it stopped. I went through the menstrual cramps and all that. I was okay. Then the next month I didn't see it. I was worried. I actually didn't know what was going on, because you know the joy, I just started seeing my message, so I'm supposed to be seeing it every month like my friends are seeing it. So I felt bad. I remember the person I told about it the first time, after like the first month, the second month, was my biology teacher in my school. Then I was close to her kind of, so I was able to open up to tell her, Auntie, see you, I saw my menses last month, but this month it didn't come, and this month has finished. We're in the second month, so meaning I've mixed 1 month, so I don't know if it will come this month. I opened up to her and she told me not to worry, that so I just thought, she was like, you've not had sex? I said no, I've not had sex. She was like, okay, fine, no problem. If you know you've not had sex, you don't have anything to be scared about. I was not like, she now said, yes, that it's like that since I just started seeing my menses, that yeah, maybe it will take a while before it will regulate and start coming every month. I was like, okay, no problem. It went on like that for 6 months. I didn't see it. Then after 6 months, it came again once. Then it went mute 3 months. I'll see it after 3 months. So I think the first year I started seeing it, I saw my menses for just either 2 times or 3 times that I saw my menses. It stopped the next year. So it was going on like that. At that point, I was not scared. So I had to tell my cousin, an elder cousin of mine, what I'm going through. I don't understand what is happening. And she took me to a hospital. We saw a gyno, then we did some tests and all that. I think I was around 18 years old. The man just spoke to me then because okay, I was still little, so I didn't actually need to be worried about it, because I was still little and I wasn't ready for marriage at that time, and I wasn't ready to even give birth. So it's not something to raise alarm or to be scared about. That was how the man just said it, like, okay, I found out what the problem is. You don't need to be worried, you don't need to be scared. It's not something that you can't take care of. You can, but probably not just now. That was what he told me. Probably not just at that time. He was like, you're not ready to be a mom yet, you're not ready to get married or to have children yet, so it's not something you should worry about yourself about now. So I know he mentioned the polycystic ovarian syndrome, but at that time I actually don't know. When he said it was just sounding like one big medical grammar for me. So I said something else, hormonal imbalance. So it was the hormonal imbalance that sticked to my head, because I knew about hormones when we did biology. The other PCOS that he mentioned and other stuff, I didn't remember. I didn't even know what it was. I wasn't interested. It was like, yeah, I can treat it, but the treatment is expensive and all that, so I don't need to worry myself. It's when the time comes, meaning when I get married and I'm ready to start having kids, then I can go and treat it. But for now, I don't have to worry myself. Then he gave me a contraceptive pills, this daily pills. I actually didn't know what the pills was at that time. I just felt it was one of the drugs you take for it. I was taking it, then another cousin of mine saw it and was like, why are you taking this pill? I was like, it's doctor that gave me. And then this my cousin too had given birth, so she was taking the pills for birth control. So she was like, this is the pills I'm taking. Do you know what this pills does? It closes your womb. So I stopped. After the time, after the pills finished, I stopped taking. I wasn't taking anymore. But my menses was still normal. It wasn't coming regularly. At times I'll miss it for 2 months. At times I'll miss it for 1 month. At times I'll be lucky enough, I'll just see it like, okay, you understand, for like 3 months like that. I'll see it every month. After at times to just go haywire and all that. So because another factor that they told me that can affect my menstruation was infection. But at that time I did tests. The man did all kind of tests for me. I didn't have any infection that could hinder my menstruation. That was how I just kept on going for years till I got married. Before my marriage, knowing that I had this issue, when I was planning my wedding, I started looking for alternative. I started trying to treat myself and all that. So I did all sorts of things, which I'll be saying shortly. I went to all these Ijo women that knows how to massage your womb. I flushed my system. I was taking native medicine. I was taking normal medicine and all that from the hospital. I was doing all that. Before my wedding, nothing. Before and after my wedding, I didn't see my menses for 6 months. All 6 months. Even when I was taking all these pills, even when I was taking all this medicine, my menses ceased for 6 months. I think I saw my menses last September. October, November, December, January, February, March. That was when I saw my menses. What I did when I saw my menses, let me tell you guys. So after taking those pills and native medicine, nothing worked. I just stopped. After my wedding in January, I just stopped. I was like, okay, I wasn't going to take anything. Let me just allow my system to rest and see if I'll get pregnant. What I was not doing, I started Googling a natural way to get pregnant, and they were telling me if you eat popcorn, take honey with water, apple cider, so many things. I was doing them, but I wasn't taking pills. I wasn't taking any native medicine. Okay, stop eating fish that are high in mercury. A lot of things. I was just doing them. I was eating fish, I was eating meat, I was eating so many things, taking protein, vegetable, broccoli, folic acid. So, but I wasn't taking the drug, I wasn't taking the pills. I was taking vegetables that are high in folate or folate. I don't know what's it called. Yes, I was taking vegetables like this broccoli and all that. I was taking them. I traveled after I came back from my honeymoon March. There's this herbal medicine that I used to take while I was still single, when my menses does not come and all that. It also fights against infection and all that. So Ruzu bitters, it's just like all these your yo-yo bitters. I'll put the picture up here. So it's also good for infertility too. So I remember then I'll take it. Whenever I take it, my menses will come normally for like 2-3 months, normally 4 months. It will come normally. I'll see my menses normally, and then maybe if I just stop taking it, it will stop again. So I remembered. So when I came back to Nigeria, I remembered. I was like, oh, that's true, they still have. So I went to a pharmacy and I was shocked, close to my house. I was shocked. I saw it. I bought it. So after that time, because I wanted it to come, because I have a very strong system. So because I wanted my menses to come, I just wanted my menses. I wasn't even worried about the pregnancy now. I just wanted my menses to come. So I think I took about 4 bottles of it. I'll take morning, first thing in the morning, last thing in the night before I sleep. The day I took the last one, that was the day my menses started. Another thing, while I was studying about the PCOS, I got to know about Clomid. There's a drug called Clomid. It helps for infertility too, to help you conceive. It has side effects too, but the common side effect is multiple births. Like you have your twins, triplets. After taking it for like 3-4 days, at that time I was not scared. The multiple birth thing like rings in my mind. I'm like, Jesus, hey, I don't want to have, at least if I have twins, I'm fine. I don't want to have triplets. I don't have the strength for that. So I stopped. I think I took just 4 pills from it. So I stopped. I didn't take the complete pills. So after then, I'll meet with my husband and all. So I actually didn't know when I ovulate and all, but I was just calculating according to what I got on Google. So that was it. That was when I got pregnant. I discovered I was pregnant April. So that was it. That was my story. Clomid and Ruzu bitters did wonders for me. But I know there are still some people that will do that and it will still not work for them. Like I told you, I've done a lot of things. I've gone on Instagram fertility pages that they'll tell you buy this, and people, they'll show you reviews like somebody will say I took this and I got pregnant, or congrats, or all those kind of things. I saw reviews and or I will buy them, they didn't work for me. Till in short, this system I used, I actually didn't see it anywhere. I just tried it and it worked for me, just like that. And that was my fertility issue. That was my problem. For you to know if you have it, if you have PCOS, go to the hospital. The first sign you have is irregular menstruation. It is common. That is number 1 sign you have. Abnormality in your hormones. When I say abnormality in your hormones, I'm saying you grow hairs, like especially for the women, you grow hairs in places like men. You can grow hair in your chest, you can have beards, most of those women you see that have beards and all that, and they shave. Most of these things is hormonal imbalance for them. They tend to have more of the men's hormone than a female hormone. That's why they grow hair, maybe deeper voice. But for me, I was lucky enough, I wasn't having hair in the unusual places. But yes, I was growing hair on my underarm, on my legs. If I shave now, the next week my hair have started growing. I grew hair in the normal places I'm supposed to grow hair, but I grow hair faster. That is it. I think that is what I experienced and I know there are a lot of other people that experience such things. So please, if you have PCOS or you know someone that have it, please comment down below. If you have been able to have kids, there are still a lot of women out there that have it and have not been able to conceive. I told you in the hospital you have it and you've been able to conceive, you have kids, please comment down below and tell me your story. I did this video to give hope to those women out there that feels like all hope is being lost. Yes, it doesn't have a cure, but you can also treat it, you can maintain it, you understand, you can suppress it with those drugs, but it's not like 100% cure for you. You can still conceive when you have it, you can still have the number of children you want when you have it. So just keep trying, don't give up hope, don't be tired. Just know, the thing is, just know that okay, this is your problem. If you don't know yet, go to the hospital and they will run tests on you and they'll tell you what your problem. You can't solve a problem without knowing what the problem is. You get, so you ought to know what is the issue, why you're not having children, or why you're not yet conceiving, or even if you're conceiving, why you keep having miscarriages and other stuff. You ought to know what the problem is. So I'll leave you guys here. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe guys. We are going to hit 1,000 this year. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers this year, before the end of this year. We're in November already. So guys, please keep encouraging me. Tell me if you like this kind of video, or if there's something else you want me to talk about next, please comment down below. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and put on your notification. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you guys. Mwah.